here's an interesting thing to consider. When Bruce Ames, who's a professor at the University of California, looked at this whole nutritional situation, he found out that in our bodies, food actually has a priority set of systems that they use. And so for immediate needs like reproduction and threatening invaders, they get the first nutrients. If there's any left, then the second category, the intermediate needs, then the cells produce energy, you get cell maintenance, you get biochemical production. If there's any left after that, it goes to the third category, which is DNA protection and chronic conditions. Now, take these two facts together. 10% of the population was chronically ill 60 years ago. 60% is chronically ill now. A study from the National Cancer Institute said there were 0 people that had proper nutrition. Do those two equate? I think they do. Because how many people are actually getting enough to cover their long-term needs? Very, very few. Barely getting enough to do the intermediate needs. This is an equation that I guarantee you there's not one doctor you're going to talk to that's going to tell you they know about this. And this is as scientific as you want to get. Bruce Ames is one of the most respected nutritional scientists in the world. So this is just something that you need to consider, because if you don't ramp up and get the highest level of nutrients possible, you're doing DNA damage. And so one of the things that may have happened, I don't know what your diet was like as a younger person, whether it was a great diet or not a great diet, but these genetic predispositions can expand and become more active if you're not eating exactly the right things at the time of procreation. We know that kids that smoke transfer that tendency to have cancer and heart disease in their genetic material to their kids. We always tell young people, if you're smoking, stop for a year or 2 and take these nutrients and make sure before you conceive, because you're going to end up with a genetic predisposition to cancer and heart disease. And that can happen from smoking for 4 or 5 years when you're a teenager. I'll tell you what, the girls in the audience are absolutely beside themselves when they hear that. And you can see them hitting their boyfriend saying, "You're stopping smoking," and it's at the end of that. But that's the only thing that seems to get their attention.
I was just going to talk about epigenetics, which you probably looked at, and it can be generations beyond you, not just your immediate offspring, but your grandchildren and so on. So what we do now doesn't just affect us, it affects the future.
It changes your genetic makeup.
This is a snowball.
You can reverse it too, though. You can reverse a genetic predisposition by being extremely healthy as a young person. Then when you procreate, you've taken a genetic predisposition and you've pushed it back. You can actually push these things back, or you can push them forward.